Hey everybody. Well, today was a enormous pleasure compared to yesterday. Smooth as silk. So, good feeling. Anyway, I thought I would do a video of the indexes. Things are kind of stuck right now. I mean, in a lot of different ways. In fact, I should have started with this particular chart here, which I've shared before, which is the percentage of stocks above the 200-day moving average. The real mega rally on this was from October of last year to the end of the year. So basically, the last 10 weeks of last year was the monster. Since then, it's just been like not really going anywhere. It's just been kind of more or less about 70%, just kind of ambling along. Really not a lot of dynamism going on there. But I thought we would catch up a bit with the indexes, and these are just in alphabetical order, so I'll just share my thoughts on these. I'm recording this the evening of Wednesday. The NQ's down about 90 points, the ES is down about 16 points. Not a lot of action, but also not a lot of great news for the bulls either, because most of the giant companies have reported now and isn't exactly setting the world on fire. Here's the CompQ, the NASDAQ composite. We have more than sealed this gap, so that's kind of become irrelevant at this point, and we've actually taken out the former lifetime high on the CompQ. We did that yesterday. No follow through today, and by today I mean Wednesday. We opened strong and then sold off, and so there we have it. It's the jury's still out if there'll be follow through to this. The real warning sign to the bulls would be a failure of this green supporting trend line, which will take some doing. It would take some pretty hard selling. Maybe the jobs report could do that on Friday morning. But yes, a breakout, but no follow through yet. But not bad enough to call it like a failed breakout either. We are still mashed to the top of a basically not multi-century, because it didn't exist before about the late 19th century, but this is a century's worth of data for the Dow Industrials, and we actually got so high it actually pushed above even that trend line. We're back to the trend line now. As you can see, this is clinging like crazy to this level. This was a very brief sojourn higher, but there we have it, stuck to that red line at the moment with an ungodly drop zone beneath it. Things are very, very, very expensive right now. The NASDAQ 100, as before, the gap has been more than closed. Let's just goose that up to the former high. That's still in place. It's not a former high at all. It is still the lifetime high. My trip over the weekend kind of took me out of the charting game a little bit. They're not quite as up to date as they should be. But let's just adjust that a little bit. Is that, yeah, there we go. There's the lifetime high. So that remains. I'll keep that as a red. And unlike the CompQ, the NASDAQ 100 lifetime high remains. And I did not add a trend line here. Let's do that with our auto trend line feature, like so. Nice and easy. Although I'd like it anchored to this line instead. So let's anchor it to these two lines, like so, and unextend this to the left. Now we've got a beautiful line. We got very close to breaking on the 23rd, did not do so, but that line is very important. Just like the spiders, just like the cubes, we've got the exact same line anchored to the August 5th low, as well as the this zone here, which is the Labor Day low, as it were, September 6th. So yeah, that's the one to watch. S&P 100. Interesting. Starting to look a little raspy here. As you can see, we first damaged this. Let's make that blue just to kind of make it clear that it's no longer officially support. Violation, 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 above, violation, violation. Yeah, looking kind of iffy. I'm seeing some question marks flying around the screen at this point. Russell 2000. This is way below its own lifetime highs, although it's had a tremendous year. The barrier at this time, the medium-term barrier, remains 2300.00, the high of July 31st. Semiconductor index, Not a great day. AMD did not help. AMD took a tumble. NVIDIA stalled out as well. This was the gap. Let's just scooch this a touch higher because the gap's no longer relevant. We've anchored this to the most recent important high, like so. And so we're kind of flopping around here. The S&P 500. In this instance, we broke this major trend line long ago, although we're well above that break level because it's an ascending trend line. The lifetime high intraday was back on the 17th. We've really not been doing much of anything. I mean, let's face it, we're at the same price level now that we were on October 10. So about 20 days have gone by with net zero change. This is just farting around. Ain't nothing going on here. Transports, pretty admirable. They looked in really sorry shape back here. Perhaps plunging energy prices are helping. This gives the bulls a chance at a breakout. I mean, say Trump wins and stocks really rally. This could absolutely cut above this blue tint and just throw more gasoline on the bullish fire. Utilities been falling hard. These topped on the 24th and been slipping. I mean, our poor old diamond patterns, just a footnote at this point. This is a messy chart, really nothing more to say on that. VIX is hanging in there in the upper teens because obviously the election. A lot of tension before that. This should release one way or the other post Tuesday. But you're not going to see a VIX at 11 these days. There's just too much uncertainty right there. XBD blasting lifetime highs, the broker-dealer index. What are you going to do? And the XOI, the oil index, moving down nicely. Kind of a sloppy chart. This business kind of corrupted the pattern, but it has been slipping lower. I remain in my 3 energy positions, those being Schlumberger. I didn't preload these, so they'll take a moment. Occidental, and what was the other one? I know you guys know better than I do. Doggone it. Oh yeah, APA, duh. So those 3 I'm still in. I've definitely missed some big ones. I mean, the one that really rankles me these days is IBM. I had some nice puts on IBM. If I can make an excuse for myself, my rationale wasn't great, which was basically, gee, it sure is high. It wasn't a pattern or anything, but you know what? It was high. And the fact is that after the break, it's just been red, 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 red. You don't see that very often. So that's just a damn shame because I missed out on a big old fat profit with that one. So poo on me. But I'm still in 15 short positions, none of which expire before January 17. And as I mentioned in my dedicated post there, I'm not taking any long position in precious metals at all. I'm going to wait until the chaos of next week clears. Anywho, thanks for your attention. And I will see you later. And just one last footnote, God willing, we're going to do the transition to the new server this weekend. Hopefully minimal bumps along the way. So see you later. Bye.